Oh, that's so good. Woo-hoo, baby. Meanwhile, Broderick's probably looking at this hole like, oh yeah, I could just forehand that and be pin high.
Welcome back, my fellow frolfers, to beautiful Lighthouse Disc Golf Course in Omaha, Nebraska. Back with the drone fly-throughs on every hole. Hole 1 is a 563-foot par 4, dogleg to the right. We had some audio issues last time we were here, but today everything went great, except I forgot to record the first tee shot. The first one's never good anyways, so let's jump right on into the second.
Not a bad spot to end up for the short basket, but for the long basket, we still got a good long ways to go. I think we're gonna try to just backhand a turnover fuse here. Can't complain with that. Still gonna be a long look at the basket, but definitely should be able to make par from there. I think something I really want to focus on is highlighting these beautiful courses all across our country, not only for myself, but also for you guys, so you can find what destination courses you want to play, or when you're in a state or you're on a vacation or whatever, you can find those courses and kind of know what to expect. But a really long C2 here, not expecting to make this, just want to get it close. Yeah, and we're parked, I think they just landed on top of the drone. A little more aggressive bid at it. So with that, that does give us a par on the first. Like I said, it landed right on top of the drone here from my flyby. Hole 2 gives us more of a park style look out here. It's a 507-foot par 4 to the long position. Dogleg way down to the left. If you had a big enough arm, I think you could probably go to the left side and cut off some of this corner. I don't know if I can clear that, especially on a big Annie, so I'm gonna go out and around with this destroyer. Got a nice little skip a good ways. I think that'll play well. Guys, drop a comment down below what courses I should do this in when I come to your state. What courses do you play that you think are just absolutely beautiful that deserve this kind of treatment? I'm not gonna lie, I don't really like the look of this. Kind of still a tight fairway and not a lot of room to go out right to let it finish back left. Yeah, just like I said, not enough room out right. That was gonna be nice, but ended up cutting it a little too close there on the right side. As long as we can just play smart golf, keep ourselves out of trouble, and stay in a good position, the birdies will come. We can't expect a birdie every single hole. I'm gonna take my putter out and around here. Just make sure we get it close, give ourselves a tap in par. I don't know if you guys have noticed, I've been holding 2 putters lately. I used to never do that, and it used to feel so weird. Ever since I started just forcing myself to make 2 putts on almost every hole, it really gives you just extra reps, you know? I feel like I'm getting a lot better at my putting just because I'm practicing it more. So with this par, we'll be even through the first 2. Now we just need to get a couple birdies. Guys, I wish you were here. This is such a beautiful day. Couldn't ask for a better day to disc golf. All right, hole 3, all 3 basket positions are par 3s. I guess so we're gonna play all the longs today, really challenge ourselves. So we've got a 372-foot par 3 way down here at the bottom of the hill. Got the drone set up down here as a catch cam, just so hopefully we can get a good idea of where this ends up. If that gets around that tree, it's real good. Oh, man. Unfortunately, that tree kick kept us pretty far from the basket. Just need to keep this low underneath those hanging branches and give ourselves a putt. I'd say that's pretty solid. Happy with that little ground action. Playing this course with all the long positions is definitely going to make all these pars feel like birdies. Hole 4 is a hard dog leg to the right, 421-foot par 4. This would be a great hole for the Raptor that I don't have with me today. Definitely going to be tough to reach into. Really just got to put ourselves in a good position to lay up and make sure we can at least get a par. I think I'm going to go with the forehand destroyer, try to just get up around that corner as far as I can, and then leave ourselves a shot at the basket. Oh yeah, played that to perfection. That's exactly what we wanted. You guys can just barely see the basket right here. I think what we're actually gonna go with, I'm feeling like a forehand flex through this little gap here. I think that's our best bet. I think if we go all the way out and around to the hyzer, that back tree is gonna come into play. We don't want that. I don't think that flexed out enough, but should at least be able to get our par pretty easy from there. I definitely think that was the right play. We just didn't quite execute it as well as we should have. We've got to look at the bird and a definite par, as long as we don't have some crazy roll away. Really like to drop this though. Oh, we hung that out. Oh, not meant to be. It's all right, like I said, with these long positions, I'm happy with the par every time. They're gonna feel like birdies. If we could just play clean golf, no bogeys today, I'd be a lot happier than getting a couple birds. Would you rather get 8 birdies and 7 bogeys to finish 1 under, or all pars with 1 birdie to finish 1 under? I know what I would pick. Hole 5 is an absolute bomber of a hole, 729-foot par 4. All the way down there, down to the right. We're definitely throwing more than 1 drive here. We'll throw our first one that counts as our real one. I definitely want to try a roller because I feel like that's the only way for somebody like me at least to reach anywhere near the basket. You get Simon out here and he'd just take a huge hyzer over all of these trees and end up within circle 1, but I can't do that. We're gonna start with the Hades, see if we can rip this thing down there a good ways. Oh, that's so good. Baby. All right, now we got to try the roller. Honestly, I just hope I don't lose it because it's gonna roll forever once it does. Oh, we got it down and rolled, and it rolled straight into the trees. Try another roller. Ooh, look at that, guys. Look at that. Oh, still not as far as our original drive. This is such a fun hole. We got to try another one. This is the old Flippy Wraith. Wow, surprisingly stable. It flipped up, but it didn't keep turning like I expected. Forgot to measure it on U-disc or anything, but this was an absolute bomb down here. Meanwhile, Broderick's probably looking at this hole like, oh yeah, I could just forehand that and be pin high. I think we're still short. This hole is so long. That eagle is starting to finally get a little bit of flip in it. That's what I want, is just a slight bit of flip in that so I can hyzer flip it a little easier. It's a little bit too stable right now, but I kind of want to pick up another one just for that into the headwind shot. Well, it looks to me like we're just on the edge of circle 1. A little closer than I expected, so that's good. I thought we were a little further back, but still a tough putt for the first bird of the day. Oh, you've got to be kidding me, guys. Oh, and then we caged that one. Band cage, can't get it in the basket. You guys are probably figuring out the trend by now. Another long par 4, 546 feet, dead straight. Another hole that looks pretty tempting to throw the roller on, but I just don't have the confidence, and this grass is still pretty thick. It's shorter, but it's still pretty thick. It's not ideal rolling conditions, and it's all flat, no downhill to help it out. Get around that tree. Oh, kicked just off of it. Pretty happy with that. That Hades, guys, is money. So you guys can obviously see this basket right up here to the right. That's the short position. We're going to the long one. Still got a good little hook up there. Oh, I walked right into the camera. Should give ourselves a good putt. Sometimes I forget which side of me I put the camera on, so I'm sorry, guys. Okay, this is my best look at birdie yet, so I'd really love to drop this one so we can finally go 1 down. I'm not complaining at all how we've played so far. I'm honestly really happy with how clean the golf has been. But this is a short putt, needs to drop, need to get a bird. There it is, guys. We are officially 1 down on the long positions at Lighthouse Disc Golf Course. I just want to give credit where credit is due. I don't know who maintains this course or who the course designer is, but this is one of the easiest to follow courses I've ever played. There's always good signage pointing you to the next tee. Every tee box has a sign telling you about all the different pin positions, lengths, everything in great shape. The course is in immaculate shape. I have absolutely no complaints about this course whatsoever. You guessed it, another long par 4, 642 feet, hole number 7. Looks like we've got a sneaky little par 3 basket right behind this tree, kind of interesting. Dead straight for the par 4, real long one. Definitely gonna be tough to get a birdie on this. Definitely playing this one for par. Anything better is just a bonus. If you guys have watched my videos in the past, you probably know I don't throw a whole lot of distant drivers. I'm really big on control drivers. I throw a lot of 9 speeds, stuff that I can just put into position. When we're playing these long courses like this though, in the long positions, I can't afford to do that. I really have to get as much out there on my drive as I can, just so that I'm not leaving myself with really, really long looks into the basket for par. So with that being said, we're gonna throw the Hades again, try to get this a good ways down there. It's another good hole for rollers. I mean, it's really just showing that that's a big gap in my game I need to work on. Oh, we got ourselves right behind the giant tree. Not a good spot to leave it. Looks like that's the 350-foot mark. Well, we'd be really happy if we were playing to the short position today. We don't have many options here. We've got the V right through here for a tomahawk roller, not really a backhand line. I'm gonna just stretch out here and get this forehand as far up there as we can. I'm not expecting a whole lot. Yeah, that was pretty weak. Left ourselves with another critical upshot. We really need to get this close so we don't give back our 1 stroke we just got from the birdie on the last. I'll fade back a little bit. That headwind is really turning that over. Oh, I think we're behind the tree and on the edge of circle 1. Definitely be a tough putt. We're a lot closer than I thought we were, but I really want to keep this bogey-free round going. Feels like I'm at the playoffs of Worlds right now and I've got to make this putt to keep going or something. Whoo, feels so good. Yes, make it twice where it's just luck. Hole 8 might be the first one that actually benefits us playing the long one because the long is a 627-foot par 4 while the short is a 525-foot par 3. So at least we've got that extra stroke to make par. I don't actually see the basket back here. I can't tell which one's which. It gets really dark back here in these trees. So we're gonna get a ways down there and hopefully we can find the correct basket once we get a little closer. Let's let her rip. Well, even from up here, I still can't see another basket back there. It's just so dark back in those trees. So we're gonna just try to get a little deep on the front basket. If that's one we end up having to putt into, we will. If not, we'll at least be closer to the correct one. Yeah. It's not really where I wanted to end up, but it'll play. So I just walked around back in those trees trying to find another basket and I don't see another one. So we're just gonna play to this one. That does give us a birdie look then. Gives us a chance to go 2 down. Oh, and we just sneak it in there. That was such a bad putt. There we go. We redeemed ourselves with a good putt. We're 2 down on this front 9. Hole 9 is 288-foot par 3 up the hill, so it does play a lot longer than that. Looks like a fairly wide open fairway for the most part up until we get close to the basket where we get some guardian trees. If you guys have enjoyed this video, please subscribe because I will be uploading the back 9 as a part 2 in a separate video. If you guys have made it this far, drop a comment down below. I'd love to get to know you guys. This is definitely a tough to reach par 3. I'm gonna be throwing the Wraith because it's so far uphill. It's gonna play a lot longer than that 300-ish mark. And we just need to give ourselves the best look to be able to get a look at least for 2, if not have an easy layup so we can make our par. As long as I didn't hit anything up there, that should be pretty good. Looks like we did get hung up. Must have hit one of these small little trees here. So we do have a pretty long look for our 2. It at least did leave us in this little window here, so we at least have a chance. This is probably 80 feet at least. This is not a very high percentage putt by any means, so we're just gonna try to get it close. Just like that. Is it still a peach if it's on an approach shot? Well, we can only hope the back nine goes as well as this front nine did. I did not expect to be 2 down through this front nine, playing these long positions. I was fully expecting to be over par today. So the way that we're playing, I'm over the moon for. So with that being said, tune into the next one. We're gonna be doing the back nine. As always, thank you guys for watching. Peace.